Hello everyone and welcome back to Jujutsu Kaisen. This is season 3 episode 7. I'm really excited for this. I was thinking about this the other day and I really think that this season of Jujutsu Kaisen is my favorite one so far. I have loved every episode of this season. And like Jujutsu Kaisen, I've really liked it as a show, you know, the whole time, in varying levels. I think we're like with it was weird. Like season 1, my like when I watched season 1, I was like, yeah, it's a good show with some really high highlights, you know. And then like a rewatch of season 1, I was like, it's quite good. Like I bumped it up a little bit, you know. Then in season 2, my first watch, I was like, yeah, it's like there's again really crazy highlights. But also like I don't know if I'm attached to it. I think it's really cool to watch. But then on my second and or third watch through, I was like feeling it more, and it hit even more. I mean, the hidden inventory arc of season 2 was incredible. I think I think from my first watch, I loved that. That was awesome. But yeah, so like rewatches for this show definitely help. But now with season 3, like I think it's because after seasons 1 and 2 and rewatching both of those seasons several times, like when I finally came to season 3, I was more locked into the story and I knew what to expect. And also I feel like MAPPA are just like in every episode like swinging. They are doing some crazy shit in each episode. And that doesn't necessarily mean like bombastic action, but sometimes it's like even the small things like that. The episode where we're talking to what the heck is his name, the guy that we just like recruited kind of. Do I have it written down here? God, you know who I'm talking about though. Zoro's voice actor guy. When we were talking to him, and it was just that like for most of the episode was just like one long shot of their conversation, like that stuff like that, you know. That's not necessarily technically incredible, you know, like I mean literally the word technically, like, but from a technical standpoint that's not incredibly hard to do. But from an artistic standpoint, like to come up with that idea and execute it to that level is incredible. So I've just loved every episode of the season so far. Last episode was awesome. I can't wait to watch this episode. Make sure to support the video if you can, liking, commenting, and subscribing, and go to my Patreon account for full-length early access and exclusive videos. Here we go, season 3, episode 7 of Jujutsu Kaisen. What are we looking at? Oh. Uh-huh. Kenjaku? Is that what we call him? Damn. Man, the music in this scene. Are you really getting this kid to safety? That's crazy. That looks crazy. Friends with my son. Iguchi? Friends with my son? Okay. I'm gonna need to rewatch this scene. Maybe I won't. Maybe it'll make more sense as the episode goes on. Okay. Well, then that's okay. That's the son they're probably talking about then. Cause yeah. Cause theoretically, Geto, or you know, Kenjaku was Itadori's mum, I think. Right? Was like the brain was inside Itadori's mother. So Itadori is okay. I guess who's Sasaki? Was Sasaki like in the first episode? Because remember, Itadori had friends in the first episode that I feel like just haven't been in the show. And in fact, I wasn't even entirely sure if Sasaki was a boy or a girl. Because wasn't there like a nerdy girl? I'm not looking at my phone to look this up. I'm looking at my phone because I got emails. Wait, maybe Iguchi was in the first episode as well. I need a maybe I can look it up real quick. Yeah, I think it is them. Anyway. Aww. Panda's so sweet. Aww. It's a reference I don't get. Who's Yakul? Is he a fictional character? Might be able to look it up. Those expressions. Like Kirara looking down on him. What a funny subtitle! The next day, the clan was exterminated. That's so funny. Is this the scene we saw last time, or is this another new rule? Okay, no, this is from last time. I did forget that this happened, though. I was focused on everything else. Oh, cool. Yeah, it did mention Kogane. Oh. Interesting. Insane. Yuji has to give permission. Okay. Yeah. That's true. Who was it? I saw Hiromi? Was that? Oh. That's smart. That's very smart. Ah, that's smart. Oh, right. Right, that makes sense. Oh, that's so interesting. I really want to meet Angel. Angel sounds so sick. Hajime and Hiromi. Hajime and Hiromi. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, from what we saw, she was pretty angelic looking. That pouch. I love Kirara. This shot is so cool. Alright. Oh, that was a sick shot. Oh, we're already halfway over. Am I? Oh my god. Oh my god. Jesus. I mean, yeah, I feel like it's gonna be almost impossible to convince other people to use their points for your rule. Yes, we accept, let us in. Nah, he's got it. Whoa! They don't just walk in through the wall? Oh, they put it in a random spot? Oh my god. It's bullshit. Oh! Oh my, okay, so that's what these two were doing. Newbie hunters, yeah. Rookie crushers. Well, yeah, he wasn't that thrown by it. Darling! Oh! Hell yeah, Itadori! She tried to kill me. Haba-san. Okay, do I have to remember who you are as well? I don't remember who you are. Am I? Oh god. Trying to manipulate him. So she's also a newbie hunter, I imagine. Jesus, woman. Yes. Her hair is crazy. Oh! Oh my god! That's so crazy. Oh my god! What a sick shot! Oh my god, what a crazy character! It's so wild. Mm-hmm. Oh, there's a helicopter on that poster. Is he not gonna come after you? Oh no, he is. That's so cool. It's so stupid, but so cool. Can you just punch in the middle there? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh my god! Jesus! Wow, that was insane. Oh, and it turned back into his hair. Now just break his... Oh, kicking him in the balls is gonna do it. Because he's weaker further down, right? So... That's so crazy. Kudasai? Okay, I kind of love this woman. Exact kind of toxic that I find entertaining. It's a bit late for that. Is that Amai? Okay. Now I don't know if we've met Amai in the show before. True. Remy, I was waiting for her name. I don't know. Okay. Okay. Okay, cool. This split is really interesting. I think it's like the difference between playing the game properly or doing it, you know, this way. True, I guess. Rin Amai. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, that's such an interesting way to do that. Alright, great episode. Okay, see, I think you can see during the episode. This is the funny thing about these reactions. Because, like, I'm very self-conscious during a show like this. Because I know there's so much going on and it's really easy to get lost in it, you know? And like at the start of the episode I was like, shit, am I supposed to recognize this character? And I figured it out by the time I got to the OP, right? And I figured out who it was, and then I googled while the OP was going, I literally googled JJK episode 1 friends, and I got the friends in episode 1, and it even says in this screenshot Sasuke senpai and Iguchi senpai, so that confirms that's those two. So I was very glad that I figured that out like before the OP was over, and so I wasn't like, wait, am I supposed to know who that is? Like I remembered from that first episode, and I promise you I would not have remembered that if Sasuke was a man. If Sasuke, like, in the first episode was just, like, if it was just a dude and another dude, if it was, like, 2 guys, I would not have remembered those characters. But because there was a girl there, I always was like, oh, that girl was kind of cute, and I remembered her because of that. And because of that, I also remembered, oh, and there was one more friend there, but I didn't remember what he looked like. So yeah, because of that, I was able to figure it out backwards. It didn't help that she wasn't wearing her glasses in this one. So it made it harder to recognize her. But I mean, you'd think, I mean, this show's doing an alright job at like showing us things that like we absolutely need to know or whatever. I feel like they could have like just showed like you don't need to show a flashback, just show like just a little thing to remind us of who she is. I feel like, you know, like this show, something that is good about is it doesn't tend to spoon feed you a lot of this stuff, which is really, really good. But like I think there's a to me at least, the way when you are, you know, taking in a show, I think the show should like find a good line between spoon feeding the audience and like letting the audience be confused, because like sometimes your enjoyment of a show will be so much lesser if you're just like watching it and going like, I don't know who this is. Now, I was fine. I figured it out eventually. I was confused for a bit, but I figured it out in a couple minutes, you know, without any extra stuff. But as I said, I figured it out because I have more of a I have more of a likelihood to remember female characters, and so because of that, I remembered who Sasaki was eventually, you know? But not everyone's gonna have that. I feel like a lot of people are not gonna know who that is. So yeah, like I think it literally just needs to like they find a clever way to show, like, you know what, like she was kind of in her bedroom. I know it was like she wasn't really in her bedroom because she was in like a dream space, but like have a bedside table there, have a picture of like their class or something, you know, like the class picture, and you can see Itadori and her like and Iguchi all like near each other, you know, like just something like that. So it's like she like looks over and sees that picture or whatever, you know. Then it's at least you get to do it in sort of an artistic way, like you're not doing it just as like an anime flashback, but at the same time you're reminding the audience like, hey, this is who this character was, you know, she was in Itadori's class at the start of the series. Anyway, not a huge like I'm not really criticizing this show heavily because I think this show does so much that's absolutely incredible. But yeah, I was just like watching the scene and I was going like, wow, people might be confused about that, but maybe not. Maybe every single person is gonna remember who that is. Anyway, so that was an awesome episode, man. That ending where we've got Amai, Rin Amai, and Remy, and they're both leading Megumi and Itadori to different places. So it was, I believe, Ikebukuro and Shinjuku. Hang on, let me see. Shinjuku. Just make sure to spell it right. Ikebukuro and Shinjuku. So different places, which means likely at least one of these two is lying. And they've made both sort of almost equally suspicious. But I don't know if look, I might be just whipped. I trust her more than I trust Amai. And I think the reason I trust her, other than just being like, oh, she's an attractive woman, so I want her to be telling the truth, but also because she was more like obviously sketchy, you know, she was more upfront about her sketchiness, you know, she was outwardly scamming Megumi, like in attacking Megumi and then being like, oh, you attacked me back or whatever. Like I feel like she was being more upfront with her scumminess, and because of that, I feel like you know, I feel like she genuinely is kind of like, look, I'm fending for myself, and the best way to fend for myself right now is to actually tell you the truth, otherwise I might be fucked, you know? Whereas this other guy, like, is with Itadori, and Itadori is going to be very trusting, and so he can take advantage of Itadori much easier than this woman can take advantage of Megumi. That's what I'm thinking anyway. Now, they both could be lying. I mean, there's even a small chance that they're both telling the truth. They both think that this is where he is or whatever, but they both said it pretty confidently. So we'll definitely see. But man, when I was saying at the start of this video that this season's my favorite so far, I didn't even mention like one of the main reasons that it's my favorite, which is like the Culling Game just as a concept is so my kind of shit. Like I love shit like this, dude. It's just like the whole, you know, all of these rules and then they create new rules and stuff and they get added. Like this is my shit. I adore it. And so I like that has been really like, it's reminding me of like a Hunter x Hunter arc, you know. It's feeling like Greed Island in Hunter x Hunter or something like that, where it's just like, oh, there's so many crazy rules or whatever, but like just learning about how the rules work and seeing how the players use those rules and misinterpret those rules and change those rules, all of that stuff is so cool. And like, it's a huge compliment I can give something if I say it reminds me of Hunter x Hunter, because Hunter x Hunter is an amazing show. So yeah, I just think that this is so cool. Because that scene where like where we get, you know, the new rules initially, and then Megumi talks about what new rules we can add. So the first rule that we could add would be to say that there's a way to transfer points from one person to another, so that if you need to keep Sumiki alive, she doesn't have to kill anyone. You can just transfer her 5 points, and then she can transfer 5 points back 10 days later, and then you can transfer, and you know, you can keep going back and forth and doing that, so that you both continuously change rules, and you can survive for as long as the game goes on. And then the other thing that they wanted to add was a way that you can buy your way out with points of the Culling Game, which is really interesting. Excuse me, sorry. Which is really interesting, but then I think Zoro said, I can never remember his actual name. It's like Kenji or something, Kinji, something like that. But he said, I think he was like, but hang on, doesn't that go against the rule that says that, you know, it can't impede the continuation of the Culling Game? Like, if that was the case, everyone could just bow out. Everyone could just get enough points and leave eventually or whatever. And he said, but you could probably make a loophole where it's like you can do it as long as you replace it with someone else, you know? So, but that's gonna be fucked. Like, well, maybe it'll be fucked, maybe it won't be as fucked. Maybe they will genuinely do that just so that they can get Sumiki out. So Sumiki buys her way out, and to replace Sumiki is gonna be what the hell is the name? Yuta, you know, like someone like that, like someone from outside, or Maki or someone can come in who can handle themselves and who can do something about it and who won't mind killing some people if we need to, you know. So yeah, I guess we're gonna see. Yeah, I'm just looking at my notes. I loved the propeller, all the like the choreography of the propeller fight was so dope. I loved that a lot. But yeah, that was a great episode. I don't have anything else to say about it. I'm just really excited to see more. So thanks for watching. Make sure to support the video if you can, liking, commenting, and subscribing, and go to my Patreon account for full-length early access and exclusive videos. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.